Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Duncan, and I am happy to welcome you to this amazing channel where we definitely inform each other, we educate each other, and we empower each other through knowledge. And today is not like any other day because I have chosen a very special topic. My topic today is about investments. In life, you either have money or you don't. You cannot be in the middle. It's either you have it or you don't. And if you don't have money, then the only thing you have in you that you can do or you can use as an investment is time. So this segment is not going to be for people who don't have money necessarily, because they still need to invest their time into something, into a business, into a job, so that you can generate income. And then once you generate income, you can start the conversation of how to invest that money. And remember, investment does not have a limit. You can invest any amount of money that you have, as long as you have money in you that you're not using, that you're going to put it away. That is enough to be an investment. I hope you get to know that, because so many times we say that, I don't even have money, I don't even know how I can invest this little money, and anyway, how much is it going to give me back? Do not despise humble beginnings. I think that is a statement that was once said by a wise man. And for sure, that is very true. Because haba na haba, hujaza kibaba. So today, let's dwell a bit on those people who have a little money all the way to those people who have a lot of money. Yeah. Now, if you have money, you either spend it, you either save it, or you invest it. I will not dwell so much on spending, because guys, spending is a very, very interesting aspect of money. Why? It is not only affected by emotions, it's also affected by your vision, your goals. It is affected by your state of mind at that particular point in time. And it is very hard to know or to determine why someone is spending money the way they are spending. And so me sitting here and advising you on how to spend your money, I will not be a very honest person, to say the truth. So I will not advise you on how to spend your money. What I'll tell you is, for as long as you have a plan in life on where you want to go, for as long as you have a goal you're trying to achieve, it will inform you on how you're going to spend your money. Because when the plan or the dream is big enough for you to want to achieve it, then you look at your present and you look at your expenditure, and you'll want to manage it in a way that it can enable you to get to where you want to go to. So let's not dwell on spending, but I wish you well in your endeavor to spend your money wisely. Now, let's jump a bit into saving. Now, saving is a very interesting aspect, because you can save money twice in two ways. You can either put that money under the bed. And don't laugh, because there are so many people who still do that, by the way. There is a very big percentage of the population that still doesn't believe in putting money in the bank. So if you put your money under the bed, that money is definitely losing value. In our country today, the inflation rate is at around 6.9%. So for as long as that money is seated under your bed, that money is losing value. And for those people who don't understand what loss of value means, if you have 100 shillings today and it can buy a piece of bread, if after 1 week you still have that 100 shillings and you go to the shop, and now your 100 bob cannot be able to buy bread, because your 100 bob, the value of bread has now shifted to 105. Then it means the value of that money has gone down. You will either have to buy a smaller portion of that bread, or you will have to look for something else to replace the bread. Yet the bread is what you wanted. So inflation eats away the value of money. And so if you put your money somewhere where it's not gaining anything, like under the bed, trust me, every single day that passes, that money is losing value. And I will therefore advise you not to do that. It is also not even safe. Yeah, it is not safe, because you never know who can come and go away with it. And then where else can you save money then? You can save your money in the bank. But in the bank, what most of us don't know The central bank of a republic normally provides something called a savings rate. A savings rate is the rate at that particular point in time that someone is willing to give you your money for, or it is the cost of giving someone your money. So if you are to give me 10,000 today, when I return that money, I shouldn't be giving you back 10,000. I should use the savings rate by the CBK, and I calculate an interest of that money and pay you so that you will not have lost anything. But as for long as you give someone money and they return to you that money at the same amount, then the person who gave the money has lost. And that is why it's very, very important for people to understand that. Because we help each other out, which is fine, it's humanity. But we give each other money, and the people who give money lose their money in the process. So what is the savings rate of a country like Kenya now? Currently, it is around 3.9%. Now, this is where the catch-22 is. If you give someone money and they return to you that money, including banks, when you go and save your money in a bank and the bank pays you 3.9% in interest, fair enough, that is fine. But look at it this way. They have paid you interest of 3.9%, but the inflation rate of the country at that particular point in time is at 7%. So you are gaining 3.9, but you're losing 7 in the same amount of money. So who has lost? So you have lost 7 minus 3.9. You have lost almost 2.1. Or is it 3.1? You've actually lost 3.1% of your money. So it is the same concept with putting money under the bed. The only difference is you're trying to make up the difference with the 3.9% that the bank is giving you. So then what should people do with their money then? So people should do this. You should have a balance of between the savings and, of course, now investing. Because fair enough, the savings account can still give you an access. Because I know people put money in the savings account because they are saying, but I still want to access that money. I want to get that money when I want it. Fair enough. What you do, determine how much money you can want at a particular point in time. And then whatever else that is remaining, please take it now to an investment. And that brings me to the main topic of discussion today. What are the main investment channels? There are only 4 markets in the world that you can invest your money in. Market number 1 is called a commodity market. Market number 2 is called an asset market. Market number 3 is the labor market. And then finally, we have the financial markets. So when you try to think about any place where you can invest your money, it usually falls among the 4 that I have mentioned. And let's go step by step and let's just try and look into each of those, yeah? So market number 1 is the commodity market. Commodity market is a market where people transact in commodities. Basically, you go and buy inventory or you go and buy an item, and then you hope that you can be able to sell that commodity at a profit. Yeah? So think about all the people who buy and sell cars, buy and sell phones, buy and sell shoes, clothes, and all that. That is called the commodity market. And the commodity market is the most populous in terms of most people in the world transact in the commodity market. And the question will be, why do people decide to invest in the commodity market? What is the attractive element of the commodity market, the buying and selling of commodities? Now, this is the thing. If you have very little amount of money, you want to invest in something that you are able to quickly turn over and get profits as fast as possible so that you can do that and you do it again and again so that you can quickly be able to generate money. So one of the aspects of the commodity market is that you are able to quickly turn over whatever it is that you're selling. Think about people who sell clothes or people who sell food. Food is a very highly perishable commodity. So if you don't sell it as fast as possible, it will go bad and you will lose the money. But again, people eat every single day of their lives. So what that means is you are able to move food as fast as possible, and that also translates into you making profits as fast as possible. You understand? Now, what other element of the commodity market is attractive? Now, anytime you're doing business or anytime you're investing, there's a risk. The commodity market has a very lower risk in terms of you seeing your investment. If you go and buy shoes and you're selling, the shoes are with you. You can see them, basically. As you're sitting there and waiting for people to come and buy, you can see your shoes. So it gives you an element of comfort that even though I have already spent money to buy these shoes so that I can sell, I am still able to see these shoes. So they're not going anywhere. I have a sense of security in that whatever I'm selling, I have it here. Understand? And then the other aspect of commodity market is that you are able to do business with whatever amount. Commodity market does not limit you. Even with 5 shillings, 5 Kenya shillings, you can buy one sweet here and you go and sell it at 7 shillings. Or you can even go and sell it at 10 shillings and you've made your 5 bob. So what that means is the commodity market allows people with whatever amount of money to do business. And that is why you will understand why the most populous market where there are so many people doing so many transactions are in the commodity market. Understand? And also commodity market solves so many of our problems. Most of our basic needs come through consumption of commodities. And the number one being food, of course, and clothing. Yeah. So that is the first market. So are you someone who wants to do that kind of business? Now, if you're employed, it almost limits you because now most of the people who invest in commodity businesses, they have a struggle of who do I employ, who do I put here to do this kind of, because you don't have the time, you are elsewhere. And even in the present time where you can do it online, you can have the commodities in your house and you put it out there in the online platform. But the thing is, someone has to be interacting with the customers online, and you cannot. It is sometimes a bit hard to do that. So commodity market needs someone who can invest their full-time attention to it. That now brings me to the second market where you can put your money. You can put your money in the labor market, and most of us have already done that. You're an employee, you have done that. But how are you investing in your labor? You're investing in labor when you take your money and further your education. When you apply for membership of professional networks. When you are going for further studies, when you are doing certifications, that is you investing in your skill. And skilled labor pays. There's a lot of value that comes out of skilled labor because skilled labor is a unique ability. It is rare. So you will find that the few people who have been able to actually enhance their skills, they actually get the return for their money. So if you're someone who is not really interested so much in doing commodity business because either you don't have time or it's not your interest, you can decide to, if you have money, you can decide to make yourself the best at what you do in the field that you're in. And of course, our capitalistic society will reward you, definitely. Understand? Now, if you are not interested in commodities, you're not interested in investing in your skills, there is another market that is called the entrepreneurship market. Now, differentiate between skilled labor market and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the investment in an idea that is coming to solve a problem. So those are two different things. So entrepreneurs are people who solve societal problems through coming up with solutions. So they might not necessarily be skilled, like just the previous market that you have talked about, but they could be having an outlook and understanding of solving problems. And then they can come and find people who are skilled to help them solve that problem. But initially, they have come up with a solution. Now, in the entrepreneurship market, you can invest if you're not a commodity person, if you're not a skilled labor kind of person, but you have a lot of ideas and interesting, you can put your money there. Now, what are the qualities of this entrepreneurship market that will attract someone to putting their money there? You can do that if you truly 100% believe in your dream or in your idea. Entrepreneurs are people believed to be blind visionaries, or they have a very high level of faith. Yeah, because you have to trust in what you're doing and what you're thinking, and you believe and you back it up by putting your resources in there. Now, what are the risks? Being an entrepreneur comes with this risk that whatever you're thinking or the solution you're trying to create can fail. It can fail. And that is the risk that you're taking. And if it doesn't fail, the reverse also is true. Entrepreneurs can become the most successful people the world has ever seen. And actually, the most successful people in the world are entrepreneurs. So it just depends on how much you believe in what you're thinking and your idea, and of course, how much you're willing to sacrifice for you to go the long haul, for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Yeah. So that is entrepreneurship. But the thing is, because of the beauty of the world that we live in, you can still do all these things as long as you have one thing, which takes me now to the fourth market. Even if you don't want to invest in commodities, you don't want to invest in your skill, you don't want to invest in your entrepreneurial ideas, but now God has blessed you one way or the other, you have money. That is what is now called the capital market. And the capital market, my brothers and sisters, is the place where all the people who have money but are not interested in actively investing in a business. You don't want to do the day-to-day investment in a business, but you want to leverage on what others are already doing and taking a piece of each of what they are doing. Then the capital market is the place for you. And now, let's now delve deep into this capital market, because I believe so many people are interested in this and so many people have invested in this. There are not so many people are gifted entrepreneurs. And as a matter of fact, entrepreneurs are a very small portion. Real entrepreneurs are a very small portion of the society. And also skilled labor is a very small portion of the society. Commodity market, like I told you, is the most populous, because sometimes, or even most of the time, doesn't necessarily need a skill. But when it comes to capital markets, it's the place where everyone can become whatever they want to become as long as you have capital. Now, what are capital markets? So, capital markets, or as we normally term it, the financial markets, is the place where you have your money. You want to make money, but you don't want to actively be part of the business. And then there's this other person who is running the business on a day-to-day basis. They have ideas, or they have land, or they have skilled labor, and they're trying to get money so that they can add value to whatever they have to sell. And because of their needs and because of the needs that you have, you guys need to come together. You who has money and this person who has needs, you need to come together so that you give them the money, they do whatever it is that they want to do, the business they want to do. And once they make money, they pay you for the money that you've given them. And that is why there was a need to come up with a financial market. So financial market is the place where the net savers and the net borrowers actually meet. But this is the thing. On a normal day, you will not find... It is very hard to find these people, to find someone who is able to give you exactly what you're looking for. And that's why in the financial market, there are people called intermediaries. Understand? There are people called intermediaries. And also, if you have very little money, you're not going to try and approach Safaricom to tell Safaricom, I have this 10,000 I want to invest in you. Safaricom will not even give you the attention, because now they cannot be giving every other person who comes to them wanting to give them money. And that is why Safaricom has to go through the financial markets. So that in the financial markets, there will be an intermediary, someone who now collects all the monies that people are willing to invest and then gives Safaricom as a lump sum in a big amount of way in which Safaricom now can appreciate, or it can solve Safaricom's problems. And that is where now you as the investor will go and meet intermediaries, and then intermediaries will go and find businesses, entrepreneurs, land, properties that now they can invest in, and then they generate money and then they pay you. And that is basically, my brothers, how a financial market works. Understand? Now, financial markets, within the financial market, there are different kind of smaller markets. And the reason why we have that is because investors, that is you and me, we have varied needs. The needs of an individual is not the same. And that is why within the financial market, they have created smaller markets to address each person's needs. Maybe I am a long-term saver. You are a short-term saver. Maybe you want your money within 1 year. And maybe I want my money within the next 20 years. Now, we cannot go and give an intermediary our monies and we expect them to pay us the same. If an intermediary takes my money and takes your money, a short-term saver and a long-term saver, and then they go put it somewhere to an investment opportunity, how will they determine how to pay us? And that is why intermediaries, the people who connect the two of you, they have to find people who have the same characteristics or the same interests. So they will have to find people who are short-term savers, and maybe they want to be liquid. They want to access that money sooner or whenever it is that they want. And once they have found a group of people who have the same interests, now they can go look for products in the market that can give you that kind of, that they can take that kind of money and then reward you. But at a high level, just know that intermediaries, we have several. Intermediaries can be the government, it can be the regulatory authorities, and we have the CMA, Capital Markets Authority in Kenya. And then it can be investment banks, it can be financial advisors. Intermediaries can be brokers. Intermediaries can be the depositories. Yeah. So there are so many players within the financial market who link the both of you up so that each person's needs are addressed. So whenever you're thinking of investing money in the financial markets, the first thing first, you have to know what you want. Are you a long-term saver? Are you someone who is scared of taking risks? Do you want to be certain that you will get your money back? Yeah. Are you someone who wants to minimize the amount of costs that you're going to incur paying these intermediaries? Yeah. Are you someone who wants to always be seeing your money? You can be able to monitor your money, every single detail of your money. Those are some of the things you have to think first. And you don't necessarily have to think. You can approach an expert who can explain to you, and then from there, they can advise you on what to take. Understand? So at a high level, that is what we have. Now, what are these small markets within financial markets? We have, number one, the bonds market. We have the equity market. We have the derivatives market. Yeah? We have the forex exchange. Yeah? The forex market. So you can invest in any of these. And within this channel, guys, I'm going to take you through each of these markets. We are going to look at who are these people who are in the intermediaries in our market, for example, the Kenyan market. What is the process of buying this kind of assets within the Kenyan market? How do I go about it? Which are the banks? All those kind of details I am going to give you. As long as you stick to this channel, as long as you subscribe to this channel, you're going to get all this kind of information. And I'm encouraging you, because if you don't subscribe, neither you click that notification bell, you will not know whether I have continued and the kind of content that I've uploaded about this kind of segment. Because it's a very, very important aspect of our lives. And I want to give you for free, guys. This is information that people buy. And I am going to give you for free so that I can empower the public and you can be able to invest your money and to know exactly what you're doing. So I'll stop at that, but the conversation has not stopped. This is just the beginning of sweet things to come. Please subscribe and continue watching my content. Thank you very much.